Welcome, everybody. Today is Thursday, May 8th, 2025. It is 6:31 p.m. and I'm calling to order this meeting of Intermediate District 287 School Board. Before we go on to our agenda, I'm going to ask Board Member Karen Orpett to read our mission and then begin our board member introductions.
Yes. The mission of Intermediate District 287 is to be the premier provider of innovative specialized services to ensure that each member district can meet the unique learning needs of its students. And I'm Karen Orchid, and I'm from Orono Schools.
Good evening, I'm Michael Burden, I represent Edina Public Schools.
Caroline Long, and I represent Robbinsdale District 281.
Keith Tate from Osseo Area Schools.
Kim Ross, representing Eden Prairie Public Schools.
And I'm Shannon Andreessen, representing Hopkins Public Schools.
And Casey, proudly representing St. Louis Park.
And Janestra was at a public schools.
Okay, thank you, everyone. The first meeting on our first item on our agenda is to approve our agenda. Is there a motion to approve the agenda as presented? Moved by Shannon, second by Michael. Any further discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The chair votes aye. And the motion carries. All right. Next up, we have audience opportunity to speak. I don't believe we had anyone sign up today. Thank you, Juanine. And then we have our consent agenda. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda? Just one meeting, item of meeting minutes on it today, as presented.
So moved.
By Shannon,
Second.
second by Kim. Any further discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The chair votes aye and the consent agenda is approved. All right, our best part, share the success and recognitions. First, we have, we want to do South first. Yep. Okay, super. First, we have an Above and Beyond from South Education Center, and we have Principal Carlson Doom, who's going to introduce our recipient of the May 2025 Above and Beyond.
Hello, my name is Deb Carlson Doom, and I'm the principal at South Education Center, and I'm happy to be here. And our Above and Beyond winner is Kevin Collins, and you can see him on the screen with all of his children. He's really awesome, so and he's excellent multitasker, so I'm sure this will go great. So I just want to read what the person who nominated Kevin wrote about him, and then I think Kevin will just say a word as well. Kevin is mindful, intentional, and purposeful with all aspects of teaching, and in this writer's opinion, goes above and beyond for his students' benefit. Kevin should be recognized for all three of the strategic priority categories. Kevin holds realistic and appropriate and individualized expectations and goals for his students' academic success. He encourages and empowers his students' parents and caregivers to be an authentic part of their children's academic success by collaborating with them and making sure they have the resources they need for their child to reach their academic goals. Additionally, Kevin maintains daily communication with his students' parents and caregivers. Furthermore, he has a team approach and incorporates other professionals and specialists to ensure that all of his students receive comprehensive support. Kevin creates an inclusive environment and acknowledges that each student has their own learning style, and he will tailor his teaching for each student in order to accommodate their different needs. He celebrates diversity through his instruction and encourages his students to acknowledge and appreciate each other's differences. Additionally, Kevin engages in purposeful self-reflection in his reflection team meetings. Kevin builds strong, positive, meaningful, and trusting relationships with each one of his students, in addition to their parents and caregivers. And this is essential in order to create an environment in which his students feel comfortable to express themselves and engage in their own social and emotional learning. He validates his students' emotions and models emotional regulation skills. He incorporates SEL lessons into his daily schedule, which includes weekly themes and role-playing exercises, along with activities that practice the weekly theme. He promotes self-reflection, self-awareness, self-regulation skills, problem-solving skills, and perspective taking, especially empathy. He celebrates small wins and progress in any of his students' social emotional learning. Moreover, as mentioned before, he maintains daily communication with his students' parents and caregivers about their children's social and emotional development and how strategies that he uses in school can be reinforced and practiced at home. In this writer's opinion, Kevin has shown success in all of the areas of our oh my goodness, of our strategic priorities due to the number of students who have successfully transitioned back to their home districts. And Kevin, all of these words are true. And I was thinking of like how to have the perfect image of what you've created. And when Superintendent Dowd came to give Kevin his award, every staff member in the building who was available was like, I'll go with you to Kevin's room. So Superintendent Dowd and me and all 3 APs and 2 of the behavior specialists and 2 of the SSCs and 2 coaches, everyone comes down. And the kids are so excited that Kevin's getting the award. And usually when we do this, Superintendent Dowd and me or an assistant principal and the recipient take a picture. So we're gonna take a picture in the room, but all the kids want to be in the picture. In the hallway, all the kids want to be in the picture because they want to celebrate Kevin, right? And so I think you've just created a place where people feel really, really included and they feel like they belong. And then you use that to help them have real gains in their academics and their social emotional learning. So you definitely deserve this award and I'm really proud of you for getting it. I think if you want to say something, you can, but I know you also have kids, so whatever works.
Yes, I do.
Say.
Thank you so much. I mean, it's a big honor to be, to receive this award and have whoever said that say those very nice things about me. I mean, the thing that comes to mind, like, I'm not trying to be like overly humble or something like that. Just it really is about the team and that I have, and I really appreciate. And I know you're probably all aware of the TTM model that we have in our classroom, and that's really gives me both the wisdom and knowledge and the trainings that we have and the capacity with the extra support and training and staff with there to really be able to do all the good things that I do. And that team, the paras in my room, and then the TTM staff with the therapists, it's really comes together to make an amazing program. And so I just appreciate the investment of 287 in that TTM program and just everything that comes around with that. So thanks.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Others have anything to add? That was beautifully stated. So thank you.
Thank you, Deb. She did a really nice job.
It's very fun to see your kids on there. So if they want to wave one more time, we'd love to see them. Hello. Hi. Thank you for being on the meeting so that you can see this wonderful award being given to your dad. This is pretty fun. All right. Anything else? Okay, thank you. You're welcome to stay for the rest of the meeting, but you don't have to.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
All right. Next up, we have Tara Gonya, who is the assistant principal at North Education Center and is going to talk about a student spotlight, a 12th grade student.
Good evening. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, Angel wasn't able to make it with us tonight. I haven't heard from them today. And as you might know, Aslyn is out on maternity leave, so I have the honor of presenting this tonight. I'm going to talk about Angel Martin. She is a 12th grader at North Education. She came to us in 9th grade. So this will be her 4th year at North Education Center. And she did attempt a reintegration at one point in 11th grade. Unfortunately, it wasn't successful because it's really difficult to live in both worlds. And so she needed something more. She needed purpose. She needed hands-on opportunities. And she was motivated to do more than just North could offer and more than her homeschool could offer. And so we were able to partner with Tree Trust, and that's a local organization. And so at the beginning of the school year, Angel applied for, interviewed, and secured a position with Tree Trust Youth Build, which is a pre-apprentice program that offers the unique opportunity to gain hands-on with training and earn a paycheck while working towards a high school diploma. Bo, who is the program manager, reports that Angel has been excelling in the program. She works hard, does precise carpentry, and I can attest to that. I've seen pictures, and even received a Crew Member of the Week award. And this is a young lady that has had a lot of struggles in her life and has really found her purpose in this. 2 of my staff were able to say something about her as well. One is the instructional coach and the other is the leader therapist. When Angel cares about something or someone, she holds it close and does what she can to protect it. She can be a leader amongst her peers, and they often gravitate toward her authentic personality. When Angel applies herself, she can and will succeed. Angel will graduate equipped with valuable career building skills, real world opportunities, and a high school diploma, ready to take on the world with confidence. So very excited. She's one of my favorite students. I'm sad she wasn't able to hear all the wonderful things we get to say about her tonight. She plans to live with mom to save money, and she's not quite sure what career path she would like to take, but she has looked at carpentry and then also getting into local. So,
Oh, great.
wow.
Yes.
Tonight.
I was
so my
gonna say,
apologies.
speaking of being able to
Yes.
see your parent do something cool at work.
Yes, well, I'm a single mom and unfortunately all the babysitters were not available. And so we've also talked about the importance of what my work is. And I like when they get to see me.
That is not
Oh, that's awesome.
unfortunate.
That's
That is
totally
fortunate for us.
Yeah, yeah. Until you
and-
have to like deal with them and do this.
Will you guys just wave so we can say hello? Hello. Thank you for coming. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you very much. So much.
Okay. For our superintendent's report, Superintendent Dowd is going to talk about our retirement celebration.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So before the board meeting, we have a tradition to celebrate our retirees, licensed teachers, paraprofessional, nurses, occupational therapists. And so we'll have 15 retirees at the end of the school year, some retired mid-year, but 15 total. As also part of tradition, the retirees are asked, if they'd like to have their picture shown and a little quote, and then we put together a video. So as I shared earlier this evening at the celebration, our retirees will be greatly missed. They are part of District 287. We're talking 30 to 42 years, deep commitment to the district. And that's not always heard of. And so we want to just honor their work, what they have done to support our students and our families and our caregivers, and know that they always will have a place in District 287. I'm trying to convince them to come back and sub. Got a couple yeses and a couple nos, but our doors are always open. And I'd like to share the video with all of the board we shared earlier. And I also want to thank our
Well done.
communications department and Rachel Prost for putting the video together. So those are our retirees.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay, under our instructional report, we have an update on literacy in the READ Act, and I think Nicole Peterson from our Literacy Achievement Manager is going to present the update.
Good evening, Madam Chair, Superintendent Dowd, and members of the board. Thank you for inviting me here tonight to share about the amazing things happening with literacy in District 287. First and foremost, our work is directly connected to our strategic plan as we work to set meaningful, data-driven academic goals for all of our students and strive to help them achieve those goals. We also have brought a lot of this work into our collaborative teaming as our teams come together to provide the wraparound supports our students deserve. And then also through family connections at different literacy events and also communications we send out and conferences. Our professional development is called Core Online Language and Literacy Academy, and we've had a lot of success with this program. We were able to offer summer cohorts, 3 summer cohorts with around 90 staff members, as well as cohorts this school year. And we're still doing this work now. So as you can see, we haven't reached full completion. But what we did is we created a pacing guide with due dates for staff, suggested due dates, but we also knew that their lives are really, really busy and things are probably going to come up, right? And so we wanted to build in some flexibility as well. So they had some time in April and May to catch up if they got behind. So that's why not everyone is finished yet, but I can say that many staff are very, very close. We're on the last modules and I have full faith that we'll get everyone through the program. And we've had a lot of good support with our coaches and also our admin. As you can see, even our admin jumped on board. I don't think they knew fully what they were jumping on board for, but it's 50 hours of work at least. So I really appreciate them saying, yes, I'll do this work because I want to be an instructional leader. And then they know what to look for in the classrooms when they go and see the work in practice. So our summer cohorts were able to happen through some funding sources with our ESSER funds and a literacy grant that we were finishing up on. And they were very popular. Staff said they really liked that model because they were able to focus on it over 3 months. And then they were ready right away when the school year started to implement. So that was an amazing experience. And I'm glad we were able to offer that. And then in the fall, we were really happy to be able to offer a stipend for our staff because we know they're working so hard and they deserve to be rewarded for that. So we were able to provide that through our READ Act funds. The impacts we're already seeing, we know our staff are getting this nice foundational knowledge in the science of reading, and we can build upon that as we do our work. I'm already seeing strategies implemented in the classroom, such as phonics strategies, vocabulary strategies, and staff have really expressed that they like the assessments that are included in the program because they're able to use the diagnostic assessments to really see what skill gaps their students have. And some of that learning was newer to our staff because they're not reading specialists. But now through this program, it kind of feels like everyone is a reading specialist, which is great. And they've told me that they really feel purpose in what they're doing. So I wanted to share a few of the quotes from the staff. And one of them is, "It reignites our purpose to be effective and purposeful in our instruction. We have a deep responsibility to all readers, regardless of level, age, and experience. We have a great opportunity to expand their ability, access the materials and information around them. And also, it is well worth our efforts to assist students in increasing their literacy. It will benefit them for a lifetime." So our staff see the value in this and they know that they're providing access for our students. That's so important and will serve them for a lifetime. So as we look ahead, we're anticipating at least one cohort next year with some new staff and current staff. And we're also excited about our ESP READ Act training that will be coming. That is a requirement through the state, and we're going to use the train the trainer model. So we have 10 trainers and our coaches, our amazing coaches have jumped on board to help support that work. So we'll again have the flexibility to build that into our PD schedule. And it will be delivered in workshop week and our first PD day. We wanted to get that done early so that we can implement. also next year. And then we will bring this into our teaming. So we'll have our classroom teams look at the strategies. We know that's going to be an important piece of moving the work forward. It's not just PD done and left behind. It's going to be continuing in our work, also into our assessment and goal setting work, and through our coach and admin support. We've spent a lot of work in our assessments because we know that how important they are so that we can know our students and what their needs are. So we've put together a protocol and guide. So every program has specific assessments for purposes, and our teachers know why they're giving the assessments. We're really building our practice of analyzing data and helping that to inform our instruction. And an exciting development is we brought in a pilot for Project Virtual Coaching. It's kind of a funny name, but it's called Project VC. And what it really provides is a progress monitoring tool for students who have complex communication needs. We're very excited to learn about that. It's new, and we wanted to try it out at the pilot level so that we could really learn how is this working, what might we need to tweak if we want to roll it out. So we've learned a lot through the pilot process, and that will help inform us as we move forward. And we wanted to ensure that every program, every student has a tool for progress monitoring. So that will continue to be our focus as we move forward. Our curriculum is, our core curriculum is Success for All, and that is aligned to the science of reading. So we are happy to stick with that. We're really working on our fidelity of implementation, and that is for programs K-8. We are excited to do some updates with new book titles because we know how important culturally responsive teaching is, and we want our titles to have our students' voices included. And that has been something that we've been working on, so we'll be able to update this next year. And then we have continued our visits from our rep. So our rep has been able to come virtually and in person. And on those visits, she really helps us break down our practices and provides feedback to admin, staff, and coaches so that we can continue improving. Along with our core curriculum, we know how important it is to provide targeted intervention to our students because a lot of our students have skill gaps in their foundational skills. So we have our second year of Power Up and Core 5 intervention, and we have over 200 students enrolled in the program. This program works on skills in grammar, word study, and comprehension, and it meets the students where they're at so that they can move forward. And we're continuing this work through our MTSS systems as well, so that we can come together with teams and really identify what our students' needs are and fill those gaps. So this year's been great with the REDACT in that we have some opportunities for collaboration. Last year kind of felt like we were just on our own, kind of navigating everything, and now we've been able to come together. So we have a regional literacy network through Brightworks, and they've provided communities of practice for literacy leads and local facilitators. So we've been going to those every other week. And that's been really helpful just to talk to other literacy leads who are in the same boat and kind of learn from each other about what's working and what we can modify and just share strategies. We also have a REDACT cross-district collaboration that actually Kimberly Smith from Hopkins put together. So shout out to her. But that kind of came about last year when we didn't really have support. So teachers will just come together virtually on Fridays and we just share topics, anything that we want to share and talk about. And then another great collaboration is our intermediate district collaboration. It's great to meet together with the intermediates because we kind of live in the same world and we can share ideas and really be stronger together. So we're looking to continue that next year as well. So lots of exciting things for the future ahead. And with our literacy plan, we're going to be focusing a lot on our multi-tiered systems of support program so that we can build our continuous improvement aligned to our strategic plan and keep building on our assessments, our systems, and goal setting and progress monitoring. That's huge for our students. We really want to do that well so that we can inform our instruction and make adjustments along the way. We also have opportunity for PD for administrators. We know that there are building leaders or instructional leaders. We want them to be leading this work with us. And then also our coaches will have training and new and returning staff. like I was saying before, the work is never done. So we have to keep pushing ahead and identify what are key pieces from this learning that we want to see in the classroom and identify those. So all of that to say, it's not just about assessments or strategies and data. It's really about a love of literacy. So that's huge for us. We believe every student can learn to read, and we want to share our love of literacy. So the joy of reading is embedded in the work we do. Our teachers model that. We have lots of fun literacy activities, and we share our libraries with our students. So that piece is really important to us so that we can just show our students how much they can love literacy and reading. So that is all I have for you tonight, but I wanted to open up for questions.
Yeah, Karen.
So is Brightworks the umbrella organization for all of this? And is that where your, I can't remember the term you used, your trainer person comes from?
So Brightworks is a cooperative.
Right.
And they provide support to the district. So throughout the state, there's regional literacy networks. Brightworks is the one that serves kind of the area that we're in, Hennepin County and the surrounding area. But then I believe there's about 5 other regional networks as well. So they provide the meetings, the communities of practice that we go to, which are both online and in person. And so they're also informing us of what's coming up with the READ Act. So what assessments are coming and what things we need to be aware of. And then we can ask questions with them as well.
Thank you.
It might be a question for you, might be a question for Superintendent Dowd. Can you talk about the assessment and goal setting really, and then sort of measurement of what that is? That was specific to literacy, but one of the things that we've been talking about for the last couple of years is the goal setting and expectations for all students in our sort of data metric for the district. Can you maybe share how this part, which is really important, but how that also filters into the overall goal setting and our assessment of performance of the district for the students?
Start with the organization.
Well, yeah, our academic goals are based on the data and assessments we have. And for some students, that is a literacy goal, but for some students, that isn't the need that they have. So then we look to other areas, like it could be math. For some of our ALC students, it's really about their credit attainment or maybe a certain area that they want to move forward in. So we kind of work with them individually with their plans. So every student has a plan and a goal and a way to progress monitor that.
And the literacy can be either a majority of that, or it can be a lesser component based on whatever their specific needs are.
Exactly. Yep.
Got it. Thank you.
As part of the strategic plan in year 1, everybody was to have
Yeah.
an academic goal.
Yep.
And so, yes, some of our students have individual education plans and they have goals on that. But how are we collectively as a district gathering everybody's goals? It could be tied to their IEP, it could be tied to literacy, it could be tied to math or whatever they did, social emotional. But we had everybody at least having one with a central tracking, getting into the practice of setting goals, measuring, progress monitoring. And, as you know, in our strategic plan is that 80% will meet their growth target.
Great.
And so next board meeting, you'll get an update on where we are with that.
Excellent. Perfect. Thank you very much.
Any other questions? Yeah, Shannon.
I was just quickly Googling the comprehensive literacy for all. Is that one of the frameworks and curriculum that you're using with students who have more significant?
Yeah, that work is from Dr. Karen Erickson and Dr. David Copenhaver. And they're really the front runners of students who have complex communication needs. And so we really want to focus on their work. It's out of UNC Chapel Hill, and they're really the experts on what to do for our students. And we've been building this work slowly, but it's definitely the direction that we want to go. So that's where Project BC comes out of. And again, it's really new, so we're kind of on the cutting edge, I like to say, with it. But it really is built for those students in mind, and it helps them progress forward. So meet them where they're at with their communication skills and build from there. So it's a great tool for our teachers to even progress monitor and write goals around, so they know exactly where they want their students to go next. And some other strategies are built into it as well, like predictable chart writing. So we have specific strategies we want to help our staff learn and implement in the classroom. So their instruction is really mindful plan.
Great, thank you.
It really was an area, if I could add to that, that was lacking for how do we measure? Yes, every student has an individual goal, but like, how do we know? What are some concrete versus just like just a curriculum-based measurement? And so the collaboration between the special education department, the speech language pathologist, and our curriculum instruction really led us to this pilot. And so what I love is that collaboration, because each team member holds a unique perspective, and our speech clinicians are so actively involved, and really the root of their work is literacy. And so I think people think about it as in regards to talking. It's not, it's actually literacy modes of communication, and how do we leverage these brilliant staff with our curriculum instruction and say, what do we need to do to support our students? And so I am proud of the work that this team has done, and they are gurus in this. And I think it's something that we can, District 287 has a history of being innovative and doing something different and collecting data and then sharing it. And that's what I'm excited to see come out of this.
I've been lacking in that area forever, and I'm so excited to hear this. It makes me want to jump back in.
Come on, I got some openings.
Not that much, but
Yeah.
it's pretty exciting, and bravo.
Well, and I can't take all the credit. I should have said that already. I forgot to shout out our coaches and speech language pathologist, and she's really passionate. She's really driving it too, along with me. She's done a lot of work with it, so she deserves the credit. But I think what you said, the collaboration is where it's really gonna come together and be powerful.
And I just wanted to share a quote from this. The quote is from the authors. We do not believe that a different curriculum is required in order for children with disabilities to succeed in learning to read and write. And I think that's amazing. And you also spoke something that I think has been long overdue in this area of teaching, is that all kids can learn to read. And so thank you for that, and for flipping the mindsets and how we approach our students. So I'm thrilled about this. Thank you.
And I was just gonna add one more note to the collaboration, because I, when you had that up there, I'm really happy about it being bi-directional, right? Because different districts in our group have been working on this a little bit longer than others. And so there's some learning that's already been happening, but then vice versa as it comes back. That's the really kind of, I think, the benefit of the relationship between the home districts and 287 is that bi-directional collaboration from that standpoint. And why make it harder when you don't have to? And that there's a lot of good work that's being done everywhere. And how do you move it at a pace that allows us to get the most impact as soon as possible? So I just wanted to sort of re-support that too. So thank you.
Yeah. Well, come on.
This is kind of bringing us full circle this meeting, because I noticed that Kevin was wearing the literacy as a civil right
Yeah,
t-shirt
yes.
on the
He was in
Zoom.
My cohort too. I needed to one. I forgot to say how good their work is in core, and he would top notch job. I got to like grade all the portfolios, and amazing.
Super. Yeah. So not only can they, but they should, right?
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Yes. They need to. All right. Super. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. We don't have any items under business services and labor relations, and under board business, we have just one item under policy review.
Madam Chair, so this is the second reading for policy 620, credit for learning policy. There were no recommended changes after the first reading, so I am bringing it forward to for the board to approve.
Any discussion of this before I call the motion? Okay, is there a motion to approve policy 620, credit for learning as presented?
So moved.
Moved by Shannon,
Second.
second by Kim. Any further discussion? All right, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Chair votes aye, and the policy is approved.
Thank you.
Okay, under board reports, I don't have anything don't think I have anything for
Mm,
AMSD, but just a couple of notes on upcoming things. Our May 22nd meeting, will have our board retreat beforehand at 4:30 here in the DSC. And then we, as Superintendent Down kind of previewed, we're gonna have an update on the strategic plan in the regular meeting. So we've had some light meetings. This one might be a little bit more of a time commitment. So, you know, we'll have dinner at the retreat and then come down for the board meeting. The next day, just, this isn't anything you need to do, but just be aware of, we'll be sending out the superintendent evaluation survey Friday, May 23rd. And just another note that in board book is the 2025-26 Get on the Bus and Local 2209 board lunch meeting schedules. Both of those are in there. So, any other announcements that I'm forgetting? Okay.
Oh, Wendy does.
Oh. Check your Friday update for the graduation schedule and sign up to come to one or more graduations. I promise you they are worth your time. They're super fun. Okay, yeah.
Juanine, did you include this time students for which?
It will be in there in the morning.
Okay.
It changes a little bit, but
Yeah,
it should be pretty accurate.
Cool.
okay, thank you.
All right, once around the table, does anyone have any other items or announcements? Yeah, Kim.
I am proud to announce that the 2025 Minnesota Teacher of the Year is Linda Wallenberg, AKA Wally, who has taught teaches English at Eden Prairie High School. Most of her career has been in Eden Prairie and she's taught for almost 50 years.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Wally is amazing and a fixture in Eden Prairie schools. So congratulations to her.
I learned today that she's also a fixture in the Swedish language village.
Yes.
At Concordia
Yep.
Language Villages.
Oh.
Yep.
I got that in the Concordia email today.
Yep.
So that's,
Yeah, she's amazing.
yeah, Dan.
Well, Wayzata Public Schools is very proud to announce that Mr. Ashley Farrington, our principal of Bridgeville Elementary, was named Minnesota's National Elementary School Principal of the Year. Very excited for him. He'll be recognized in Washington DC. He's a terrific guy. I mean, we really can't go on enough about his accomplishments. We teacher, built up student, and just is a terrific guy in the community to have. Previously was our associate principal at Central Middle School, so he's got, you know, quite a connection to our district. We're very grateful to him and very proud.
Anything else? All right. You guys are a quiet bunch tonight. All right, well, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Moved by Michael, second by Shannon. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Chair votes aye, and we are adjourned at 7:09.
Wow.
And it's still light out, so still beautiful.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
And did you make the motion?
Michael and then Shannon.
Michael, that's Shannon. Okay.
Yep.
Oh.
Thank you.
I was like, what?
I was
What
like,
was I
oh.
supposed to?
Nope, you're good.